only tears, but no action. The world requires action. And we got action in Venezuela. And we celebrate that action. We celebrate the action led by the United States. And let me tell you something that might be shocking to many. More than 60% of the people in Latin America, not Venezuela, of Latin America, celebrate the capture of Nicolás Maduro. So something is happening. Something is happening. Maybe people are not listening, but the people that maybe 10 or 20 or 30 years ago had flags against the United States, today they were celebrating that Nicolás Maduro was captured.
Iranians celebrated.
Iranians celebrated. I was in a call that day with my friend Bobby Wine. He was in the middle of an election. He called me. He was in his rally. And he said, let's go live. We went live. And he was saying in his rally, the same way Maduro left, Museveni is going to live. But what was the fate of Bobby Wine? The same fate that we had in Venezuela. He won the election, and the election was stolen. And we can go over and over with many of the other cases. But let me go back to Venezuela. Many people ask us, how are things in Venezuela? Simple, much better than they were on January the 2nd. Much better than they were on January the 2nd. But not where we hope them to be. They are not where we hope them to be. Because for years we have been fighting for an idea that for some it's theoretical. For us it's vital. We have been fighting for freedom. And we understand what freedom is. Not from theory, not from poetry, not from music. We learned what freedom is. I myself did when I was in a solitary confinement cell for 4 years and condemned to confinement for 7 years. And I understood that freedom is not one thing. Freedom is the sum of many things. Freedom is the possibility to do what I'm doing today that I cannot do in my country, to speak. Freedom is the possibility to move around. Freedom is the possibility to gather with whomever you want to gather. Freedom is the possibility to wear what you want to wear. In the case of Iran, Afghanistan, if women want to wear the hijab or not to wear it. Freedom is the possibility to believe in whoever you want to believe or not to believe if you don't want to believe. And we just heard that there are hundreds of thousands of prisoners because of their belief. And freedom cannot happen without democracy. And democracy cannot happen without elections. So what we hope for and what we are fighting for and what we will deliver to the people of Venezuela and what is the main responsibility of the Venezuelan leadership led by the legitimate elected president Edmundo González Urrutia and the legitimate leadership of María Corina Machado is to go to the people through a free and fair elections for the Venezuelan people to make that transition to democracy. That is our hope, that is our dream, that is our commitment, and that will be the good news that we will deliver to all of you. And we will know, and I'll end with this, that when Venezuela transitions to democracy, Cuba will transition to democracy, Nicaragua will transition to democracy, and the impact will be felt in Africa, in Asia, in Eastern Europe, and in the Middle East, because this fight, my dear friends, is a global fight for freedom. So long live freedom, long live the political activists, the human rights defenders, and the women and the men that believe and give their lives to freedom, human rights, and democracy. Thank you very much.